Most people believe they think. They don't. They recognize, repeat, and defend thoughts that were already approved for them. And the reason isn't stupidity, it's risk. From the moment you are aware of the world, you are trying to survive socially, not to think. You learn what's acceptable to say, what opinions make you belong, what questions make you quiet, what beliefs protect you from isolation. Original thought is not rewarded early in life, it's corrected. So the brain adopts, it learns a shortcut. If many people agree, it must be safe. Safety replaces truth. Listen closely to how people speak. They don't explain ideas, they recite positions. You hear headlines instead of reasoning, slogans instead of logic, certainty without understanding. That's not thinking, that's mental inheritance. Thoughts passed down like furniture, used, familiar, unquestioned. And once inherited, they are defended as identity. An original thought does something uncomfortable. It separates you. If you think something no one around you thinks, you lose immediate validation. You risk being misunderstood. You risk being standing alone. Most people don't fear being wrong. They fear being alone with their reasoning. So they choose agreement over insight. People confuse exposure with understanding. Reading more, watching more, consuming more. It often replaces it. When answers arrive instantly, the mind never struggles. And without struggle, nothing original forms. Thinking requires friction, silence, time. All three are gone. Notice how people react when their beliefs are questioned. Not curious, not reflective, defensive. Because the belief isn't an idea, it's a psychological shelter. If it collapses, something worse appears. So the belief must be protected, even if it was never examined. That's why debates go nowhere. No one is there to think. They are there to protect a position they didn't choose. Intelligence doesn't guarantee original thought. In fact, it can make imitation more convincing. A smart person can rationalize borrowed ideas, argue fluently for inherited beliefs, sound deep while saying something new. That's why brilliance and independence are not the same thing. Original thinkers are rare not because thinking is hard, but because it's socially expensive. Not books, not podcasts, not mentors. Those are inputs. Original thoughts form in moments people avoid. Boredom without escape, silence without stimulation, confusion without resolution. It's born when the mind is forced to sit with unanswered questions without borrowing answers. That's uncomfortable, so most people never stay long enough. Once you notice this, you will see it everywhere. People repeating opinions they can't explain, defending ideas they never examined, reacting instead of reasoning, mistaking confidence for clarity. Not because they are fake, but because they never slowed down enough to let a thought finish forming. It's subtle. You don't feel stupid. You feel busy, engaged, informed, but underneath, it feels slightly hollow. Choices feel inherited, convictions feel borrowed, identity feels assembled. You live inside a mental house built by other people, comfortable, but not yours. Most people never have a single original thought, not because they can't, but because originality requires standing when approval can't reach you, and very few people are willing to be alone long enough to find out what they actually think.